Okay, this is Ryan, and yeah, looking pretty good. I saw in your image that the shirt had already been mirrored, um, but then when I open this, it's not, and I don't know why that would be. And it's also looked like some of this has changed a little bit. Sometimes when that happens, um, I say to just delete history off the surface and save it again, and then resubmit it. I think, yeah, you're going to want to give the finish kind of the collar up here and give the shirt some thickness, either by wrapping it around there or kind of extruding in the whole surface. I think the pants look pretty good. I think this shape kind of at the top of the hip bone here is looking a little odd. I might um, maybe try to pull these out um, a bit here. Oops, why is that not mirroring? You know it is. And just go in and adjust that. And this, I guess that's just pulled up underneath. I might not go that far up. It doesn't really matter if we don't see it. I think this kind of shape here is looking a little weird. You probably have an edge or two more than you need. I can see that the pants aren't really symmetrical either. Let's turn off symmetry for a moment. Yeah, this edge is pretty wacky. I don't know if I did that. Let me just reopen the file to see if it came in like that. Oh, maybe I did that. Okay, yeah, and he's not centered. I keep finding somehow this center line is not on center line, which is interesting. Yeah, look at that. So I might hold down D and V, middle mouse drag, put that on the crotch, click on this one, and just snap to that center, and then hold down X for grid snap, and then just make sure that's centered there. And then you can continue modeling from there. And if it's not, anyway, so you, again, fix up this area. I think gets a little, maybe a little wide here. Maybe kind of narrow it just below the knee. With these. Oh, symmetry isn't working. So if symmetry isn't working, what you're going to want to do is remirror it. So I'm going to select faces off of half of this. Whoops, let's turn off symmetry for a second. And just checking my selection there. And then I'll delete history, Alt-Shift-D, and then duplicate it, and then on the duplicate scale at -1 on the X, and then select the two sides and do Mesh Combine, and then Control F9 to convert to vertices, and do Edit Mesh Merge options. I usually put it at 0.001 merge, and so now the symmetry should work. Turn it on. There we go. B for soft select. Let me push those in. Let me grow my selection. Shift period. Push those in a little bit. And see, we're getting a little bit more of a calf shape too if I do that. And then maybe again down here. And then maybe the knee is a little clearer here as well. Just gonna kind of squeeze these in a little bit. That's looking weird. I might see if we can lose some of these edges. I don't think we need quite so many. edges there. Oop, this got, I made a mistake when I mirrored it, I think. Alright, well, I'll fix, I didn't make sure that all of the points were along the center line, so, well, I guess it's just these two right here, so I'll just do edit mesh, merge to center, and that, whoops. Mesh, merge to center. Is that not working because of symmetry being on? Edit mesh, merge to center. Okay, now it's working. Maybe it didn't like symmetry being on when I did that. Okay, and so now that those are, let's turn on symmetry again. I might kind of, well, maybe I can move these closer together, back out a bit. It's starting to look a little less weird. A bit too much of it, like an extreme. Whoops. Anyways, you can spend some time on that. I think it's too deep. I think these could be pulled out. I went too far. And then that one too up here. And this one here. Okay. Looking a little better. Yeah, and then get this guy mirrored as well and fix that, but maybe that was something when, I don't know, a file, I don't know. These are looking kind of squared off. I don't know if that's the design, but I might round things out a little bit more. It looks very kind of blocky and square for a shoe. Oh, and you have these awfully close together here. I guess, yeah, maybe if you did want it very squared off, you got it, but oh geez, what happened with this? Something went very wrong with the, you've got these weird faces on the top here. If I can delete those. Oh yeah, those are deleted now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but you should be able, I wonder. Ooh, you've got a lot of extra edges and stuff in here. I think you did some extrudes that you didn't then move the object. Let's see if mesh cleanup can fix those. Mesh cleanup. Let me go to the options here. Make sure we've got laminate faces, non-manifold geometry, and edges with zero length turned on. Cleanup. And let's see if those are still doing that. Yes. Wow. Yeah, this is, geez, you got all these double edges in everywhere. Whoa. I do not know how to back out of this now. This is quite a little mess. A lot of splits in there. I think it's these bevels that really got you. Let me just reopen the file and see if I can back out of this with using the history. So I'm just going to back up to before you did the bevels. Control A, and I'm going to select this and delete, and select this bevel and delete. That didn't do much. Select this one and delete. Aha. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So good. So now this is before things went really berserk. And what is this extrude? Is this... That's that. Oh, and look at, they're all separate. I think we should keep backing out. Okay, I select that, delete, and select this and delete. Okay. And is there another extrude in there? A lot of splits. Let's see. No, that's looking okay now. So now I might go around here and do an extrude, Control E, and pull those out a little bit. And you have that. And then, yeah, delete out these, and then double click here, Control E, push that in a bit, Control E again, W for move, push that down, and you get that kind of shape there. And then maybe put in holding edges wherever you want them to kind of hold the shape of some of these corners. That's looking a little better to me. Yeah, much better. Okay. So yeah, this shoe needs a bunch of cleanup on it. And then yeah, mirroring that and working on the collar area, building that up. But other than that, looking pretty well.